This tutorial covers the creation of a countermark which uses white dots against a black background. By default, a countermark is created using black dots against a white background. A countermark can be applied to or printed on many different types of item. A countermark can be added to a document, which is then printed. It can be printed onto an object, such as a piece of equipment. Most countermarks are black dots on a white background because these are easier for the Countermark smartphone app to read. However, if the countermark is being read from a screen, the app works more effectively if the countermark is displayed using white dots against a black background. This is how you create a countermark which uses white dots against a black background. Step 1. Give the countermark a unique reference. Step 2 is to define the data with which the countermark is going to be associated. In this case, it'll be a website address or a URL. Every countermark has to be time-locked. In this case, we'll set it for 12 weeks. The next step is to define the format of the countermark. The default is black dots against a white background. However, using the option lower down the screen, you can change it so that the countermark will be white dots against a black background. Having chosen that option, we can now press the Generate Countermark button, and the countermark is displayed in the format of white dots against a black background. This countermark can now be copied and pasted into another document, or it can be downloaded as a graphic file. There is a separate tutorial which covers copying and pasting of countermarks into other documents. It is important to note that a countermark can only be created in one or other of the two different formats. This is the end of the tutorial covering creating countermarks in one or other of the two different formats.